Hey, I'm Nick Millard.
And I'm Brian Lavin.
Welcome to PVD POV, where we bring you new insights into coolest little city in the smallest state.
Whether you're a local looking to uncover hidden gems or a visitor eager to dive into our vibrant culture, we've got you covered.
Each week, we'll be chatting with the movers and shakers in Providence, from restaurant owners to hoteliers and everyone in between. All right, if you are as confused as we are, especially with reading that intro there, I'm not used to doing Alana's role, but she is not here today. She is starting her maternity leave, I believe, at this point. So Brian Lavin is helping us out with the podcast.
That's right.
Welcome, Brian.
Yeah, thrilled to be here. Thrilled to step out of the producer role and into the on-air role.
Yes, you get some on-air, on-camera time.
Seriously big shoes to fill.
Yes.
To say the least.
Yes, right? And that's not making fun of shoe size. So, Alana, we're not making fun of your shoes.
Perfectly average shoes, yes. I'm sure, but in terms of on-air personality. Yeah.
She's definitely the one that carries the podcast a little bit. I'll admit it. I'll tell her that. But it's great to have someone to kind of go back and forth with on the podcast. So, but today on PVD POV, we are chatting with Ericka and Shawn from the Rhode Island Flickers Rhode Island International Film Festival. They're here chatting with us about the film festival that's happening August 5th through 10th. And we had a really great conversation with them about kind of what goes on behind the scenes and what to expect. I thought it was a really great episode.
Yeah, and Rhode Island's really having a moment for film, it would seem, right?
Yeah, we're having many moments. And I think we talked about this in the episode too. Like, we're having very moments between the comedy festival and then, the film festival. And there's a lot of movies being filmed here.
And big name directors too. These are people that you would know about when you listen to the podcast.
Exactly. Right? Listen, because you might know these people, and hopefully you do. And hopefully you go to their opening night, which they're trying to break some records here with their ticket attendance.
That's right. Rhode Island International Film Festival.com. Google it and buy your tickets now for that opening night.
Now, make sure you get them. All right. So turn us up and get ready to experience Providence from a whole new perspective. All right, welcome back to PVD POV. Today on the podcast, we actually have a new co-host with us right now because Alana can't be here. The man behind the scenes, Brian Lavin, is here helping us out today. Lavin, actually, if you want to do a little introduction of yourself real quick.
Thrilled to step out from behind the camera, right, and the laptop here. But I'm a professor here at Johnson Wales University's College of Hospitality Management, and I don't know, maybe like one of the producers, I guess, right, of the podcast, but kind of connecting the hospitality community and students who are learning this discipline to greater facets of marketing and content creation and all kinds of cool stuff. So awesome. Thrilled to step on this side of the camera.
Yes, and we're glad that you can help us out, especially when Alana cannot be here.
Absolutely.
But we miss you, Alana. Hi.
We miss you, Alana. All right, today on PVD POV, we are very thankful to have Ericka Atwell and Shawn Quirk from the Rhode Island International Film Festival. They're here to chat about the film festival, which is happening August 5th through the 10th. If we can just have a quick introduction with you guys and what you do at the film festival.
Well, thanks for having us here, Nick. We're pleased to be here. My name is Shawn Quirk. I'm the executive director of the Rhode Island International Film Festival, and I've been working with RIIFF for over 13 years. And we're heading into our 29th season of the festival, and Flickers has been around for 43 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. That's a long time. And I've always questioned this in my head, and I've never actually asked it. But the Flickers part of it, where does that come from? Like a part of it, you said that Flickers been around for, was it 43 years?
43 years.
43 years. So where did that come from, Flickers?
Flickers is the Newport Film Society and Arts Collaborative.
Okay.
And for 43 years, we've been organizing film series, film festivals, and of course, our main event for the past 29 years has been the Rhode Island International Film Festival. And we started that in Woonsocket back in 1997.
Yep.
In 1998, we had the world premiere of Something About Mary.
Fun fact.
No way.
Huge fun fact. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. At least we can pull that out for a nice little thing.
I just rewatched it. It's so funny, and all the highlights of Rhode Island's just crack me up.
You got to watch those. I love watching the highlights that in Dumb and Dumber too.
Of course.
You got to get those. It's such a Rhode Island thing to like see, because you don't get that. Like, you get it in LA, you get it in other places where you might be filmed in, like Georgia, especially. There's a lot of places in Georgia that film there.
Right.
But like seeing the Providence stuff or Rhode Island stuff is always fun.
Makes me very
Meet Joe
inspired.
Black, right? Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, we had so many films in the
Joe
90s.
Black,
And now we're in
King.
our second renaissance right now with everything that's going on. It's amazing.
Yes.
Exactly.
With the films being shot right now. M. Night Shyamalan. And
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I was going to say, what are some of the films being shot right now?
Well, they just had the Verdi.
Can we know these?
Well, Verdi Productions just dropped.
That's a new one. Yeah.
There was a huge article yesterday that they have Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese, and the Verdis are producing something in October.
Yeah, I saw
We
that.
have M. Night coming in the summertime too. We've got the reality show of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
What else do we have? There's a lot that's going on.
There's even more to come.
Yeah.
Stuff that we
there's-
can't say. Of
What
course.
is
Sorry.
what is
And we have
making-
Ella McKay that just shot last year.
With James
Oh, that's
Brooks.
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
was
worked
down
on
at
that
Tate
movie. It was great.
House. Oh, that's great.
And that release was slated for September, but moved back to December, which is a great sign because that may very well become an Oscar contender. Because December is the Oscar season. So
Right,
if they're moving
right.
it back to December, it means they really like the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm not in the scene as much. So
What is making Rhode Island kind of have that second renaissance? Like, what are the things that are drawing people here to film?
Well, Steven Feinberg for one.
100%
He's the-
Steven Feinberg.
Steven's amazing.
He's a one-stop shop for the entire film industry, and he's been doing a great job going to LA single-handedly and bringing directors over and over again here. With over the past 10 years, it's been amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been doing this for 20 actually, so it's been quite a 2
Gotcha.
decades, and
Yeah.
it
Well, you're
just
getting
keeps
up there.
growing.
You're getting up there. Would you say 14, 13, 14?
I know, right? The time goes by. Right?
He's a doctor now, too. It's actually Dr. Feinberg.
He just got his honorary degree at URI. Actually,
No way.
Yes.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very inspiring
phenomenal.
speech, too, that he gave.
Actually, and Ericka, if you want to, we kind of
Yeah,
skipped
hi,
over you
can
a
we
little
get
bit
to
too.
me?
Sorry, we got too excited
I'm
about something about
here.
Mary. We got too excited about everything else. So
It's okay. My name is Ericka Atwell Cardona. I am married. And my husband and I moved back here after 13 years in Los Angeles. I'm the Director of Development and Community Engagement. We met at the press conference for James Brooks for Ella McKay.
Oh, cool.
I was there to tell James myself that I had auditioned for him. It was a one line. And so as everyone's going for Jamie Lee Curtis and Woody Harrelson, I was gunning for James Brooks, right?
Yep.
And then, as things would align, I met Shawn on the way out, and he said that he was the executive director with Flickers, and I had done a lot of stuff in terms of Catalina Film Festival, like running VIP red carpets, hosting VIP parties, you name it. And so one coffee turned into months and months and months of planning, and last year I helped curate the Film Forum experience, which is panels held to educate, inspire, uplift these filmmakers that we're celebrating. And so this year I'm here like full time, and we have so much stuff to share.
We're
excited.
building upon building. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So we've had the festival for a long time, and we've always had industry guests on top of the filmmakers coming in. But Ericka's doing an amazing job just bringing a lot of different talent agents and all these different producers. That it's a whole nother tier of attendees that we'll be having this year, which is quite amazing.
Yeah.
I wrote down some highlights for you guys so I don't forget. Because I know you guys want some names. I can't give names, right? But I can give where they're from.
Yeah.
So, actually, I can give this name. So we've got Agbo, which is the Russo brothers. It's their company. We have somebody from their TV department that's coming. Interestingly enough, we have a local film called My Kind of People that won their grant and then won their competition. And so we're going to be able to see My Kind of People at Flickers. It just so happens to be, once you get to a certain level in this business, it really is 6 degrees of separation. You think it's like 2 degrees of separation in Rhode Island. It's the same in Hollywood. It really does end up being a very kind of close-knit community. We've got the Our Look group, which 2 of those producers, Richard and Jack, both made a movie here in Wickford, Space Odyssey. Space Oddity, which shot in Wickford, and they're super excited to attend. So much so that Richard was really impressed by our success from last year that he called and said, how can I support you guys this year? And so between him and Jack, who's in New York, we have, they've opened up their Black Book Rolodex. And just in addition to my contacts, everything that's weaving itself together is exciting. I have my friend, I could say his name, Jonathan, who's coming from Platinum Dunes, who works with Michael Bay and Fuller Media. So, Michael Bay is all of the Transformer movies. Right. And Fuller Media is like all the Quiet Place. They just did the movie that's called Drop right now. That's out. It's the one where the girl's on the date and she gets all these threats and she has to kill the guy that's across the table from her. Have you seen that? It's everywhere.
I saw the previews for it.
The previews are everywhere. You cannot go. It's that Megan Fahey. It's like her eyes. She has like those amazing eyes. Yeah. And it's like just like the fear in her eyes.
It seems like it's not quite my genre, but definitely suspenseful and
I mean, I love The Quiet Place. That was great.
The Quiet Place was so amazing. Who knew that a movie that has absolutely no sound could be driven by the performance so much? Literally.
Testament to acting, right? And directing and everything, right? It doesn't always have to be the words.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, listen, things started with silent film, right?
Right.
But in addition to that, we have Rebel Media coming, and the person that's coming, the producer, really was instrumental with Lena Dunham and her projects. And then one other teaser I'll give you guys is that we have Gersh, which is like a huge agency, and UTA, United Talent Agency. And so we've got all of these industry professionals coming in here, and we're excited to host them.
And they're coming looking for talent, right?
Exactly.
Like looking for up-and-coming directors or people who haven't quite hit the spotlight yet.
This is the place for your calling card, and especially since Shawn does such an incredible job of curating the program. It's, if you're out there and, you're looking for these ideas and these people, this is the place to be, especially for local talent that want to understand more of the business side of stuff. This is where you have to be in these rooms.
Yeah, it sounds exciting too. Can we back up a little bit and maybe talk about, for the people that don't know necessarily about the film festival and what to expect, if you were actually to attend too? I think that would be great if we could chat about that a little bit on that side, just so that people can understand what they can expect if they end up coming August 5th to the 10th.
When, Nick? When they end up coming?
When they go,
when they definitely will go.
I want 1,000 people opening night. Go ahead. Tell them about opening night.
Opening night starts on August 5th, and it's a highlight of key short films from the program, but the entire festival is really devoted to all types of filmmaking. We're really known for our short films. We're one of the landmark festivals in the country for short films. So we'll screen over 150 short films as part of the program.
Wow.
Everything from a slew of animations, short docs, short films of all genres, both the horror films for late night, the family films for morning, the great dramas for all throughout the day. So it's an amazing week of all types of filmmaking. And then we have a whole line of premiere feature films that will be premiering that week, as well as feature docs. And we have a long history with the Oscars. We've had 94 films from the festival over the years get nominated.
Wow.
94, guys.
94.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's incredible. That's like, what, 3 or 4 a year kind of
Pretty much,
right?
29 years,
Wow.
I don't know.
That's quick math. That was quick math. Yeah.
I like that you guys, I'm awful at math, but yes.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
That's incredible. So that one that you were talking about that got moved back to December, that's probably a pretty good sign then.
Oh, well, that's a film that was shot here.
Right.
But we will very well hope to screen it when it's ready.
Wish that well.
That's Ella McKay.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful film and shot in Rhode Island. And so on top of the festival, of course, we have top directors coming to Rhode Island to film here because they love the state.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis actually said at that press conference that if the governor of California doesn't change anything, we're all going to come to Rhode Island.
Let's go.
And we love that. And
To
we've been
model
pushing
it after us. There's a soundbite, guys.
Yes, we've been pushing that too, especially Jamie Lee Curtis had when she was here, was a great proponent for even just tourism for us too. She was posting all the stuff that she was doing here. We've used it in some blog posts. Take Jamie Lee Curtis's suggestions where to go. Oh yeah, we've been using that a lot.
Of course.
Get that SEO up on the website. Make sure that everybody clicks on it.
But the festival starts on August 5th at PPAC with our opening night. We'll have the short films, and then we'll have a party after for those that are filmmakers and those that it's an after party in the lobby of PPAC. It's wonderful. And then throughout the week, we'll be screening films at the Showcase in Providence all week, and then we'll be at the Providence Public Library, that beautiful new venue.
Yeah.
They have a gorgeous cinema space in there. And we'll also be at the Avon. throughout the week. We'll be all over the city and all over the state.
I just really need to chime in here that opening night, my goal personally, professionally, is to have 1,000 people there.
Oh, more than 1,000.
I think you can do it.
I want more, but 1,000 is like me being a little bit conservative.
How can do people buy tickets? Like what is the process
At
of getting it to 1,000 people?
RIIFFilmfest.org is where you can find your tickets.
Yeah.
Opening night tickets are available now, and then tickets for the individual screenings will be available as the festival gets a little closer.
Gotcha.
And there's an after party too at Medici Lounge, just saying.
Oh,
and
hey, one of the newest locations in Providence.
Exactly. And we have some very fun elements that are kind of weaved throughout. And also our partnership with the, can I say, like the outdoor space too? Or is that too premature?
Oh, no, wonderful. Of course. No,
Okay.
We'll be at the Innovation Park.
Tell all our secrets.
Hey, this is the place to
This
tell
is
people.
the place. Let's break some news here.
Yeah.
Let's
This
go.
is where we have to do it.
So we'll be at the Innovation Park for 3 nights.
Very
Now, those are
cool.
free public screenings.
Yeah.
And
Where is it? Sorry, I didn't.
Innovation Park.
Innovation Park.
It's
Oh,
the-
yes,
right
yes,
by
yes.
the pedestrian bridge.
Yep, exactly.
What a
District
perfect
Park, yeah.
spot.
It's the
to
best spot.
screen some films too.
So much
It's
fun.
August.
The
That's
cityscapes
perfect.
in the background.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That is a great
awesome.
park. That is one of the and props to all the parks. We've had Nora Barre, who
Yeah.
does
Yep.
Downtown Parks Network here.
Hi, Nora.
Yes, hi, Nora. She was actually just on, and they do a great job. And that park is probably one of the best parks that we have here. It's just it's a gem in the city. There's so much you can do with that area.
Yeah.
And
well,
that view back towards Providence
Yeah,
is like that's like the better skyline shot. That's like it's a perfect place.
I take a lot
to
of
have it
pictures
back.
up
Yeah, we had that skyline on our wedding invitation. So I'm just
that's
saying,
so
it's
nice.
like it's got a special spot. in
You
my
didn't?
heart.
Did you use my photo?
No.
You should have
That was
asked.
before I knew you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
were, yeah.
Anyways. Yeah.
Side-
So how do you like? I guess I'm thinking about like how do you pick the films that get screened
It's a great
for the
question.
festival?
It's a long process. We
I
start
bet.
screening films in September,
Okay.
and we're still receiving submissions. Actually, the final deadline is going to be on June 1st. So,
Okay.
But throughout the year, we're screening titles. We have a team of judges from all over the world, and
Gotcha.
it's a long process. But at the end of the day, we're looking for films that are not only cutting edge, but are really just showcasing cinema in a new light, new perspective, and just really reinventing what a film can be. But it can be really anything. So it's
Yeah.
really up to the audience, up to our judges, and at the end of the day, it's films that really will just jump off the screen and come alive.
Gotcha.
Do you screen most of the films that come in yourself, or
I do screen.
Does he look tired?
Pretty much all of them as well. Yeah.
How do you find the time?
I mean,
many-
well, I have a team to help, of course,
Well,
but
yeah.
but I'll get a macro view of everything as
Yeah.
they come in, and the best films. I would say total we have about a good 500 films that are festival worthy out of those 7,000, and so there's enough to make 2 festivals.
That's crazy.
How quickly into watching a film do you know if it's festival worthy? You know what I mean? Like, is it like first 30 seconds you're like, oh, this is, let's go.
You know, I mean, every film I give a good time with, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But
You're
with
right,
that-
right.
With that said, you can know rather soon
Yeah.
if it's going to work or not, and a lot of it's in the writing, honestly.
Interesting.
You know, a well-written film is going to be well-written from scene 1 to scene end.
Right. Yeah.
So-
You know, because you could have, not the best camera quality, not the best, sound quality, but if the writing isn't there, that definitely will bring it down.
I mean, I don't say this all the time, but it is kind of true. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you
Right.
can at least make an idea by its first chapter
Yeah.
or second
Totally.
chapter.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
you have a sense of the style, the rhythm.
Right.
And the same goes for a film. So just by, you at least get an inkling of whether or not it's going to be, if it's an Oscar-worthy film, you're going to know right away, though.
Yeah.
You're going to know within the first 10 seconds.
Right,
At least for me.
yeah.
When I see it, I'm like, this is
Like,
it.
this is it. I'm
I know.
hooked. I'm
I'm
ready
hooked.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
And those just jump out after watching 2,000
I'm sure, right,
films.
yeah.
It's amazing. It's like all of a sudden you jump to a 3D movie.
Little gem. Right.
It's like a 3D movie pops out. It's not 3D, but it feels like it. And it's like, whoa, where did this come from?
You get immersed in it too.
Exactly.
Like that probably gives you that feeling. If you can get immersed in a film when you're watching it, then you
Yes.
can definitely feel.
I agree.
If you get taken out too much by
The
weird
sound.
dialogue or sound
Yeah.
or,
Yep.
or like a weird camera shake or something like that, like I can see how that.
But sometimes it all depends on the style, though.
That's true.
Because, we judge. I tell all our judges and everyone watching with us that you got to think within the certain paradigm of the film it is. So, because every film style has its own paradigm, its own way of thinking. So you've got the indie films, and they love that shaky camera. So it's got an aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
It's like painting with different types of paints, the watercolors and the oils and the.
That's a great
That's
analogy.
a beautiful
That's a really
analogy.
good way to put it, right? Different genres, different times, different material, right? All coming together.
Yeah, and then they all become a mosaic in the end because we want a little bit of everything.
I took my kids to see the Lilo and Stitch movie last night.
Aw.
And we were all, it was me and the two older ones. The three of us we were the only people in the theater at
Nice.
the 4:30 showing, and we were bawling by the end of it. And I was like, I didn't expect to be so emotionally invested into this film. So I'm with you there.
I do love
There's something
Lilo and
about seeing, I guess I was thinking about like the new, something about the animation versus like it being live action was a totally different experience for me.
It has a timeless quality to it, animation.
Yeah.
For some reason, those films never age.
Yeah. But
Yeah, they
seeing
don't, right?
people act it
Oh, yeah,
was like
act it,
it was like
yes.
a totally different experience.
It must
that,
have-
like,
yeah,
just
I have
drew
to
me
see
in,
it.
in a different way. So,
Yeah,
anyways.
I have a lot of opinions on the whole Disney redoing everything in like live action instead of the cartoon version. They're just trying too much sometimes.
I don't know. I'm with you. I'm like kind of like I'm on the fence. I don't know how I feel about
I
it.
haven't seen
Yeah.
the Lilo and Stitch one. I mean, they might have done a great job with it, but some of the other ones, I'm just like, it's just also some fresh ideas would be nice too, instead of the story over again.
I was disappointed that the story was exactly the same.
That's why independent film is so important, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
we're uplifting the new voices and
I
we're
agree.
finding them and we're celebrating them and we're like, hey, you got this. This is great. Keep going.
But in a way, at least they're not trying to replace the original.
True.
Yeah.
By
Good
choosing
point.
to make it a different way.
Yeah.
It's in a way just paying tribute to that original film. And
Correct. And bringing it to a new audience, a new
Exactly.
generation, a new group. Yeah.
That's very
So,
true.
not that this should be about Lilo and Stitch,
Of course.
right?
No, but
I mean,
Let's go back to the independent, like
Yes.
raising up the artists, you know.
So you said you have a bunch of people that screen these ahead of time too. So you said from all over the world. Like how does one become a screener of the films? Do you have like a network of people, or
we have a community of former filmmakers. I mean, some of the judges used to be filmmakers from the festival. And then we have members of the community, and we have some film scholars, for those that teach film as professors and all in various types of fields. We try to make sure our judges are dynamic and have different perspectives, and we have students as well. Students that work with us. Over time we train them. That's part of our community outreach is training a new generation of not only filmmakers through the festival, but also film curators and film programmers.
Gotcha.
Because there's a certain art to film appreciation, and that's something that we try to acknowledge as well over the year, and that way it helps expand the community as the more we do that, and by doing that we not only create more folks that know how to view a film, but also they become our audience at the end of the day too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we do community screenings as well. We've done over the years. We've done a lot of You Be the Judge nights where audience members get to watch short films, and then they'll get to vote on them throughout the year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
there's,
cool.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of different ways that we go through our entries. It's a fun way to engage the community too throughout the year.
Is the Rhode Island community like open to movie? You know what I mean? Like, are people excited to watch these independent films, or?
They are, and they are more and more. It in a lot of ways, it's all about creating a culture.
Yeah.
So, since the festival has been around for so long, there's become a culture of short film appreciation that really wouldn't have existed
Yeah.
otherwise. There's
That
a lot
makes
of
sense.
our attendees. They've been coming to the festival since we started, and so they have all these films that they've seen that no one else has had a chance to see. So
Yeah.
in some ways, they've all become, in a sense, short film experts, or they have a certain realm of experience that most people don't have. So you create a culture with an event like this, and you create more and more appetite for these types of films the more you do it. So
Yeah.
it's a slow process.
Right.
Year after year, you
Yeah,
slowly build and evolve the community, but it's amazing how that flourishes over time.
Right.
Also, our Oscars fundraiser that we had was super promising. We had 250 tickets, boom, gone.
wow?
And that was at the Graduate Hotel. It was a very successful event, and everyone is so excited to come to the festival this coming season, and so it's exciting. just to switch gears, we've also gotten a lot of support from the community, which is very important, right? So we obviously have Steven, we have the RI Film Office. It's just like, we work so well together. That's why the Oscars fundraiser was very successful, and they've been doing this forever. So to their credit.
We had 6 nominees this year too, which was great for the Oscar Gala.
Which is huge.
That's incredible.
One thing that we totally skipped over that you can expect on opening night is my red carpet that I curate that was at the Oscars
How
party.
could I forget?
Hello.
Let's go.
That's like a big deal. So you guys
Ericka did an amazing job. She elevated that event to a next level. So we're looking forward to seeing that the red carpet event just get even bigger and better, because we have a red carpet media event that happens right before opening night. And so if you come to the opening night a little early, you get a chance to be interviewed on the red carpet, and paparazzi will be there to take your picture.
Is there going to be a theme to this red carpet?
There's no theme for this past Oscars party. We had like Wicked, but for this, guys, it's a traditional red carpet. For some of these filmmakers, it's their first red carpet. And when you walk into PPAC, that grandiose feeling, I hope that they feel so inspired to be celebrated, because it's not easy to get your idea from here to there. So it's
a long process.
Truly, as an artist myself too, I take great pride in celebrating these people, because it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So a great red carpet moment.
And we're talking like black tie, like
I feel like
or like where are we going with this?
I feel like dress for success. Like here's the thing, right? If you're in LA, you get your filmmakers that are, super lax, and then you get your people that really own it. Guess who I am?
So would Lavin's Hawaiian shirt be okay?
Yes.
I have a tuxedo too. I'm just saying.
I say break it out.
Yeah, let's go. Dust that thing off. Yeah.
You had also we had chatted about this before off podcast. You wanted to talk about the Kids I Film Camp and that program, and do you want to kind of chat about that and what that's all about?
So that's we've been doing that for a number of years, and that'll be taking place this year at Rhode Island College.
I'm a Rick grad. I know we're at JWU. Hi, JWU. We love you too. My sorority sisters above me were all JWU. Okay, just saying.
Okay, good plug. That's
okay.
okay.
I was Rick. There. I had to make my sorority, but JWU, they were so cool. They had their sorority. Okay, sorry. Shiny objects. Continue.
That's okay. I went to Bryant, and they still allow me in here. So
that's right. We open the doors to everyone. It's all good. Yeah.
But Kids Eye is a 5-day workshop at Rhode Island College this year, and students get a chance to work together with a film teacher to make 3 shorts, 2 film exercises, and 1 final short film, a complete short film. And that final film there's a number of groups that work on these films, and they become a short film package during the festival.
No way.
Wow. So they not only get to make a film, but they get to screen a film as part of the Rhode Island International Film Festival.
That's cool. That's something that people would like they would stick with that and live that was like a core memory for them. That's great.
That's exactly true. And you are imprinting you are expanding their minds to know that it's a possibility. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. What age groups are we talking about?
8 to 16.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, that's such a I feel like in the world we live in today, content creation and this idea of being able to film things and shoot stuff and create quality content, having a camp to do that is next level, right? I mean, that's taking it a whole nother place. So I love that.
And we even have guest speakers come in to talk about various forms of filmmaking.
Yeah.
And it's a great week.
Inspire.
Yeah, that's a great way to give back to the community too.
100%. And that's what we're here to do. But
and then we have our youth jury. The youth jury is during the week of the festival.
Okay.
And that's a group that's for. I mean, it's a little higher age bracket. It's more about 17 to 21, and those are more about underclassmen more so. It's 17 to 19, 20, and that's geared towards students who want to learn about film, appreciate film, and so they become the youth jury, and it's a group of 10 to 15 students that will go through the festival, watch various films throughout the day and the week, and at the end of the week, they become the jury for the Youth Jury Awards. So they present their own set of awards as part of our awards ceremony.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great. Then again, they feel like they're more involved in everything, and that kind of brings the love of film that they might already have back to the forefront.
Yeah.
That's a great program too.
It is great.
Is there anything else in particular during the festival that you want to call out to that you can that's something a little bit different, or is it
I would like to thank Alicia Seabury at TF Green Airport, who's giving us visibility for our filmmakers when they arrive to TF Green. When they land, they're going to be able to see film is happening here, So we've got some welcoming signage that's happening at TF Green Airport. We've got billboards this year, guys.
Nice.
Our goal is to literally take the city over with our signage to let people know every which way you walk. Trust me, you're not going to be able to not know that there's a film festival that's happening
You
here.
cannot avoid this.
100%.
We're gonna get the lights in the air.
Hey, I'm here for it. Give me some lights. But in addition to that, we've been super supported by local restaurants that say they see the value, that they love it when their restaurants are busy because productions, they equal money, right? And we want our economy to be booming here. And so with this film festival being in August, it's such an amazing opportunity. Everybody from Hollywood, everyone from New York is like, I want to experience Rhode Island in the summer. Oh my God, there's a film festival. We want to come. Do you know how amazing that is?
Yes.
People are getting on a plane to fly 3,000 miles to be here because they want what we have. Our coast, our summertime here, coupled with cinema. I mean, this is just an amazing experience to curate and to also have people really appreciate to attend. It's magic. It's movie magic for a reason.
And the cultural tourism, too. There's a lot of tourists that come specifically for the festival from other places.
Right, that's what I was going to ask, kind of the draw of where people are coming from. It sounds like international.
Yeah, you're saying 3,000 miles to get here. That's definitely a long time.
So people are coming in all over, not just for to show their film, but to watch the films and be part of the festival and all that, those experiences, which is wonderful.
And hopefully get inspired,
yes,
right? To maybe make a film down the road or something like that. I mean, we see that in the convention side of things, right? It's like you bring in a convention and then the attendees see, oh, wait, this is cool. Maybe I should bring my event here, right? And kind of builds that ripple effect.
Well, last year,
I love that this becomes the epicenter kind of for that.
And to piggyback on what you just said, that's exactly what our experience was last year. And what better to have our film commissioner right there, the face of Rhode Island TV and film, to answer any questions for the tax credits, to just be that presence, because he's somebody that makes everybody feel like a somebody. And, as a filmmaker, if I had multi-millions of dollars, I want to know that I'm spending it somewhere where A, I'm going to get a return on my investment, but B, I'm going to have support. And that's exactly what I saw at the Ella McKay press conference that inspired me so much, that confirmed I'm back here on the East Coast with a lot of potential. And I love potential.
We talk so much about that 1 degree of separation. I feel like on this podcast, how the ease of access to those important people to reduce the barriers, to make things easier, to create that environment. Rhode Island is so perfectly set up for that.
And to your first question about why so many films are being made in Rhode Island, a lot of it's due to the size of the state. Because you can shoot so many different scenes.
Great point.
In so many different locations.
You can be in Providence, 40 minutes later you can be in Newport, you can be on a farm or something, you know what I mean? Like you can be anywhere.
It looks like Maine and Exeter.
Right,
so it's just amazing how quickly the topography changes.
Right, exactly.
And also our size gives us our power, because I mean, with everyone at restaurants, everyone has so much access. So the filmmakers come to Providence and they get exposed to the entire city. Whereas in a bigger city, you're a fish in a big pond. There's a lot of other events going on, even if you're at a big film festival. Whereas Providence, it feels
like when a movie gets shot here, everyone knows about it. Everyone's talking about it. You can't kind of escape it, right?
Exactly.
Whereas I feel like if you're in New York or LA, it's just part of the landscape.
It's the norm.
It's just happening. Yeah.
Although I do wish we had a studio one day.
Well, one day we'll get there. We'll get there. And to bring it back to even like you said, the meetings and convention side, it's the same thing on that side too. When people come here for meetings and conventions, they are amazed that we can get the governor to come down for like a welcome for something, or the mayor we could call up and he'll be right here really soon. It's like, you can just get the governor to come down and do something. It's like, we'll get the governor. We'll come and do a little welcome for you guys. It's like, perfect. You can't do that in California.
I mean, it's very hard to chase down Newsom for sure.
And our news affiliates, ABC6 is a huge partner of ours.
Yes, we have such a great time with
They
them.
cover the opening night every year on the live news feed, which is wonderful.
Shout out to Brian.
Yes.
Shout out to Tiffany. Shout out to John. We love you.
Getting all the shout outs in there. But yeah, the local media works really well. And that's another key thing, too, for the size.
Yeah, and we have a great partnership with Hey Roadie magazine, who's done some terrific coverage for us, and they really understand, and they want to help us push the narrative to encourage locals to come and experience it. And so we're very fortunate in that regard. I think all of our media partners are wonderful.
We live in a great state and a great city, too.
It feels like Rhode Island's having a moment, right? Across the board. It feels like film is popping, comedy. We had the comedy festival, recently. It just feels like there's a lot of spotlight here. So it's awesome.
And we're excited to have this in here. So thank you guys for coming on the podcast. Be sure, if you want to do a little plug here at the end, just to kind of make sure that everybody knows where they're getting their tickets.
I do.
RIIFFilmfest.org. That's the name of the site. Okay. And just type that in. You'll find your tickets there.
You'll find
opening night,
there.
We got to get it up to 1,000. Let's get those booked.
Yes. 1,000.
I feel like now it's going to be 2,000 with you having the link there. I like this for us.
I like how much credit you're giving this podcast and its reach. So that's right.
Hey, I'm a believer in potential.
That's right.
But with that being said, too, I also want to thank our restaurants, like Marcelino's. Last year, they were very instrumental. Deborah Monk was here. They opened their restaurant an extra hour and a half to entertain her and give her dinner. Right? I mean, this is the hospitality that we're talking about.
We have a great hospitality community here.
We really do. Anyone who
great.
wants to support us and help us with our VIP dinner, let's go. Call me, email me, whatever. We'll make it happen. But we're looking forward to it, and thanks for having us.
Yes, for sure.
And we'll see you in August, Rhode Island.
Let's go.
All right, thank you.